In our weather alert, the relief effort is underway after earth slips, landslides and floods brought on by the extreme weather conditions ravaged several districts in the country. Newsfirst Shane Silva is at the weather centre with the latest on the disaster situation.
Thank you, Inoshi. Now, as mentioned in our headlines tonight, the disaster management says that over 44,000 people have been affected by adverse weather conditions experienced over the past several days and the resulting landslides, earth slips and flooding. Now, Assistant Director at the DMC, Pradeep Kodipili, said that numerous areas in the Kalutara, Ratnapura, Gaul, Gampaha, Colombo, Mathura, Nuwara and Kegol districts have been affected. 23 people have been killed in various incidents caused by the extreme weather, while one person has been reported missing. Close to 800 homes have been damaged.
The Kalutara district was the worst affected by the heavy rains. A Newsfirst team visited several areas in the Kalutara district today as well. In one area, meals were prepared in a temple for people who had been displaced from surrounding villages.
Now we are traveling by boat today to provide relief to the people who have been displaced by this inclement weather condition. Now this is the road which leads to Panigala. Few days back, this road was being used by commuters, both by their own vehicles, and they used to walk on this road. But today, we have to travel by boat because of this inclement weather condition.
Food was distributed to people from villages including Panigala, Atamagoda and Mugurugoda Pelana. This footage shows the submerged paddy fields in Bellana, Agalavatta. A clean-up operation got underway here today. The main road from Matugama to Kalawana was inundated in the Udunuwara area when the Muguruganga broke its banks. While several roads near the Kaluganga were inundated today as well, vehicular movement on the Kalutara Horana road was disrupted as a result. Low-lying areas in Ingiriya were inundated today as well as a result of the Kaluganga breaking its banks. As a result of the Ingiriya Bulat Singhala road being submerged, people were made to turn to boats for transport. The Horana Matugama road was inundated in the Ballapitiya area. Newsfirst also visited the scene of a landslide which occurred yesterday in Varallahena Kanda Horana. Our reporter says about 15 homes were damaged in this landslide.
We have nowhere else to go. I hope that some action is being taken. Our
daughter goes to school and we bear the cost completely. We have a son who cannot speak. The father who cannot see also lives with us now. And we have the difficulty of living here.
A cleanup operation was underway on the Horana Matugama road today, which was blocked by an earth slip which occurred yesterday. The Dekatana Colombo road was inundated at the Lakshapana junction in Malwana as a result of the Kalani river breaking its banks. Our camera also captured footage of a leak in a dike near the Portuguese fort in Narangkotua, Malwana.
This bund is broken away and water has been flowing for the past 2 days. Everyone comes and takes a look, but no action is taken. If it comes off completely, around 500 houses will be underwater and around 3,000 acres will be destroyed.
While about 35 homes were inundated in the Vadikanda area in Vattala, our reporter says about 300 people were affected by the adverse weather.
The stream is at the edge of 16 houses. Even the crocodiles have come ashore. The water level is up to waist height.
I'm at the Mabol area in Wattala, Gampaha. After 2 days of continuous rain, 52 houses have been flooded in this area. The people are severely inconvenienced.
23 families displaced by the flooding are being sheltered at the Sri Siddhartha Vidyalaya in Valikadamulla in Wattala. Five main roads in the Mathura district were inundated as a result of the Nilwala river breaking its banks. The Akurasa Mathura, Akurasa Kamburupitiya, Akurasa Siambalagoda, Akurasa Kadua and Akurasa Bangama roads were inundated, hampering the movement of vehicular traffic. While several homes in and around Ratnapura town were inundated, our cameras captured footage of receding floodwaters in some areas. An earth embankment collapsed over a house in the Mount Venat estate in Kotagala today. Our reporter says that the inhabitants were unharmed. Meanwhile, a bus plying from Hatton to Norwood veered off the road during heavy rains. In spite of a major rock slide which fell onto a home in the Ihalagama Grama Niladara division in Algama, Varakapola, the inhabitants of the house were unharmed.
It has been around 20 years since we built our house on this land. We did not think this would happen.
Heavy rains fell on the Balangoda area today as well, inundating several villages. Two sisters aged 17 and 24 were killed early last morning when an earth embankment collapsed on their home in the Vatukara Kanda area in Valegoda. Our reporter said yesterday that the inclement weather conditions made it difficult to transport their bodies to the hospital mortuary as a result of rock slides on the main road. A doctor who was a neighbor of an elderly couple who were killed when the wall of his estate collapsed on their home was arrested this morning and placed in remand custody until tomorrow. He was produced before the Kaduvela magistrate by the Thalangama police today. The husband and wife, aged 72 and 62 respectively, were killed when a rock parapet wall constructed by the doctor collapsed on their house during an earth slip.
The landslide warning issued for the districts of Kalutara, Kegol, Ratnapura, Gaul, Badulla and Nuwara has been extended until 10:30 tomorrow morning.
National Building Research Organization today extended the landslide early warning to 6 districts. It will extend up to another 24 hours till finish at 10:30 tomorrow. Experiment teams were found that most of these landslided areas as well as the landslide vulnerable areas are very vulnerable. Therefore, we want to restrict the people to enter these areas. That's why we have to extend this landslide early warning to the same districts. After tomorrow 10:30, I think we will consider whether we have to extend this landslide early warning further or not, with considering the prevailing ground conditions as well as the rainfall.
Earlier tonight on the primetime news at 7 p.m. on our sister channel Sirsa TV, the irrigation director of the Colombo zone, GK Padmasiri, spoke on the flood situation.
The water levels in the Ratnapura district has significantly subsided. However, low-lying areas in the Kalutara district are still at risk of floods. The irrigation officials are currently engaged in widening the estuary in Kaluganga to mitigate the effects. What is the situation in Gampha? There is a risk of floods in the Gampha district. If the inclement weather persists in the coming few days, the situation would aggravate.
Newsfirst made inquiries from several experts, including the Met Department, on the science behind the prevailing weather patterns.
The southwestern monsoon will set in the day after tomorrow. As a result, we can continue to expect rain in the southwestern regions, the northwestern region, Sabaragamuwa and central provinces, and in the Gaul and Mathura districts. If the monsoon system weakens, we could expect thunder showers in the Uva and eastern provinces. At present, there is a possibility of such a situation rising in several areas. If fishing communities are setting out to sea off the southwest coast at present, we must advise them to be vigilant owing to the changing weather patterns.
Weather patterns in the tropical zone change rapidly. You cannot say with confidence what could happen within 15 minutes. The temperature rises in the zone and disturbances are caused. Cyclones could be created and there are wind waves, all of which could lead to sudden changes in the weather. So it is difficult to predict what will happen. You could say that there will be rains when clouds form, but as to the nature of the rain, it is difficult to predict. And that's all we have for you for the moment from the Weather Center. Of course, to keep abreast of the latest happenings in terms of the weather, visit our website newsfirst.lk. Our staff reporters and network of provincial correspondents and new reporters are continuing to feed us with information, and we will keep you up to date on the latest developments. For now, it's over to the main desk. Ravi?
Thank you for the comprehensive update. That was Shane Silva at the Newsfirst Weather Center. We're now going for a short break, and on the other side, it's another one of our leading local stories tonight.